I'm here with Coach Johnnie Keen of the UCCS men's soccer team. Coach, how you doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for asking.
Now, Coach, yesterday was your first practice. Got a couple more practices in today. How is the team doing?
Team's looking good. We have those preseason hiccups that we seem to have every year with a couple issues with injuries that were occurred over the summer or are already in the first day of preseason. But we got plenty of healthy bodies on the field, and all those guys are looking very sharp. So very happy with the first day of preseason. So.
And now, Coach, next your preseason game is a week from today. How are you guys already preparing for your first game?
We're just, we haven't even got up to full-sided numbers yet. We've played a lot of small-sided games. We're really focusing on, the small parts of the game, winning the small individual battles as well as small number battles. So we really haven't even looked forward to next Wednesday yet into that first preseason game. I'm certain that's something, come Monday we'll really start thinking about. We've got our first black and gold game actually this evening, so it'll be the first time we get to see the guys in a full field match and see what their fitness looks like, and we can really start making some decisions on who's going to play where at that point. But from what we've seen so far, we're very excited to get into these first games. The guys came in ready to compete right away this year. So.
And speaking of the guys, been around them, seems like they have some great chemistry. Had a lot of returns last year. How do you think the chemistry already is?
It really comes with the leadership. The guys voted up a great captain in Court Searles. He's going to be a junior with us this year, and he's just very involved with the team. With each player, he communicates very well, and there's just a trickle down effect there. So the chemistry is coming from just great leadership within the team, and it's just a group of guys that just get along, and so far anyways. But once we have to start making those difficult decisions as far as who's going to be in the lineup and who's not, you're probably going to see a little bit more feistiness in training. But the chemistry's there, and that's a great thing. I can tell you, my first year here, there was a big divide. We brought in, I think there were 13 freshmen in my first year here, and there was a clear line between our freshman group and our upperclassmen group, and they just didn't intermingle. We've come a long way in the last 5 years. So.
And Coach, preseason rankings came out today. You guys were place 6. Any thoughts on that?
Not really. That's typically where we fall in line each season. So I mean that's kind of par for the course. I mean, so I don't think the guys think that that's where they're at. That's not where I think we're going to end up. But it's definitely some motivation to get out and compete and start winning our games right away and try to prove some of the coaches wrong. So, it's just motivation more than anything.
And now last year, season ended in the RMAC Championship due to PKs. What have you guys been really intensifying this year? And, what have you guys been working on a lot this year already?
Yeah, I mean, PKs, we were knocked out the past 2 seasons in PKs. So it's very hard not to forget that. So that's something that the guys will work on a lot. It's not something that we'll implement in our training sessions a lot. We talk to the guys a lot about the technical work, shooting, that crossing, that kind of stuff they need to work on their own. Certainly we can give them pointers, but when it comes to training, we're limited so much with time that we need to really focus on the team and team tactics. So when those PKs come around, we'll certainly be evaluating guys in training when we have the opportunity to see who our most confident PK takers will be. But right now, we just want to start winning games in regulation and quit going to PKs when we get to the tournament. So,
and you guys did have a really good season last year. Tell me, did lose a couple of star players. James Roberts is one. How do you think that going into this year, you're gonna, how do you make up for that?
Sure. I was actually flipping through pictures just an hour ago, and I was flipping through the pictures from our Mesa game in the tournament last year, and there were 5 guys in that starting group that are not with us this season. So it's like, wow, you really take a look at it. We are kind of a different team. It's a different group of guys, but there's just a lot of guys that have been waiting, that have been talented, that pushed that top 11 group last year to be as successful as they were, and they were waiting for their opportunity. those guys are going to get that opportunity this year. And then all those guys were on that trip with us. They were a part of that success, and they know what it's like now. So the experience for those guys are there, even though they may not have got the minutes last year, but they are mentally prepared to get in and take care of the job this year. So that's the place we weren't at before, where we still had 4, 5, 6 seniors graduating, but we were maybe only making it to the first round, or not even making it to the playoffs. So our younger guys weren't getting that experience. So I think the experience and the readiness is there for that group. They're just hungry to get out and emulate what we did last year.
And with a roster of 29 this year coming in, have the practices been a little bit more tough? Just, more game, or, I know you guys are trying to fight off injuries, but do you still try and keep that level of intensity up?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, there's some injuries there, but the intensity doesn't go away because of that. And funny you mentioned 29 because it's actually 28 now.
Oh, wow.
We already had our first player drop out and quit this morning. He didn't realize how difficult it was. That it's not all just fun and games. That there's a lot of hard work that goes into being a champion, and so that player just decided to walk away, and so now we're down to 28. But it's good because we want the guys in the team that are bought into what needs to be done to get to where we want to be. So.